If you thought that I forgot that I started this channel right before the new year, I did not. So let's get to it. What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amina and I am back with another video fresh into 2023 because are we not all trying to get our lives together right now? I felt completely derailed by the holidays. Like Thanksgiving just rolled straight into Christmas, which the day before Christmas happened to roll straight into Valentine's Day already. Needless to say, I was stressed and my body had the audacity to be run down and give me a nice little cold. So I'm back. Here we are, nice, immune, refreshed, and ready to get into it and get our lives together. So 2022, I felt like I just kind of like cracked the code on organizing myself. I will say that I have always been pretty good at organization, but a lot of my issue was consolidating it to one place for quick, easy access for pretty much everything. I realized a lot of the problems with remembering things is trying to remember everything in your mind. Like, it is healthy just to hit a brain dump and put it in a place where it can be organized and it can be referenced. But we remember enough on a day-to-day basis and we don't need it all floating in our brains at the exact same time. So that is what I have put together for you today. So jumping right into it, first things first, I'm gonna say if you don't have iPhone, I don't even know how to adapt this for Android, so I apologize. Moving on. First things first, the Reminder app. I felt like this was a wasted app for years. The many years that I've had an iPhone, I was just like, oh, what do I need to really be reminded of? But this has saved me with everything. The first thing I use the Reminder app for is to organize groceries. I am a person that I cannot freestyle shop with vibes. I also cannot freestyle shop when I'm hungry, so my list keeps me organized and it keeps me accurate. I know that at some point when I'm looking in the fridge and I notice that something is gone, I'm not making a mental note because it'll be gone by tomorrow. So in the Reminders app, I've organized my most frequently visited stores, so like Trader Joe's, Sprouts, or like a general grocery store, if it's like Ralph's or whatever is most convenient for me. And I will put whatever items that I need to get from those stores specifically in those broken down tabs, so that when I go into the store, if I'm like, oh yeah, didn't I need something from here? I already have it because past me was already thinking ahead and brain dumped. So that has been a lifesaver. It keeps me on track and on budget when it comes to shopping, and it has made my life just so much easier. The next list that I have in the Reminders app is wish list. I'm terrible when someone asks me like, hey, you know, your birthday's coming up, Christmas coming up, like what is it that you want? And I will usually say, oh, nothing, like I've probably bought myself whatever it was that I was thinking of buying. And no, there's usually something that I could tell someone, like a book or whatever, that I have on my hit list of things to get myself and maybe I just haven't gotten around to it. But I never remember when someone asks. So it's something for myself to know like, oh, if something goes on sale, like this is the specific thing I wanted, or if someone asks, at least I'm prepared and it's already organized. I don't have to think too hard. Next in my Reminder app, which I've since deleted, but for Christmas, it kept me so organized. I literally just wrote down the names of every person that I was getting a gift for, and if I didn't know what gift I was getting them yet, their name was just at least there for me to remember that I was going to get them a gift. And for anyone who I did get a gift, I would write down next to their name what the gift was, and I would not check them off until I physically had the gift in my possession, so like ordered, delivered, and just waiting to be wrapped. And that was amazing because it made me more organized as far as getting everything in and then sitting down to wrap. And it was just one less thing, because wrapping and giving the gifts and all that stuff should be the most enjoyable part, but it can also be the most stressful part if you don't have everything that you intended to give. Next is a calendar app, which has been by far my favorite. When I say that I've tried so many different calendar apps and had so many different little like pitfalls where it was just like almost right, Moleskine has figured it out. So the Moleskine Journey app is my number one agenda organization hub of pretty much everything. It incorporates my Gmail calendars. It incorporates different types of apps like journals if you want to journal. It has a habit tracker, which is big. I tried to get into bullet journaling, but ultimately the whole idea that I actually had to carry a notebook just did not work for me. But I am a habit tracker person just for mental health and self-care reasons. It keeps me accountable and helps me check off the things that keep me feeling good, that keep me just in a happier place overall. So that's things like making sure, did I take all of my vitamins today? Because that is literally a physical way to manifest good self-care. Working out, even tracking spending. Like, I like to have no spend days, because if I'm spending every day, highly likely I'm not within my budget that I set for myself. It has things like, sometimes I'll put in there like drinking water, which is a struggle. And it'll have everything in there in one place, like including a to-do list, which I'm very much a list person. I need to write it out, I need to check it off, and then if I don't finish it, I have it set where it carries on to the next day, so I'm not redoing things. Once I put it in there, once I write it down, it's staying until it's checked off, and I love it. It is a paid app. I don't know if there is a free version, but it is a yearly paid app, and I believe it's somewhere between like $20 to $30 per year, which when you think of the breakdown across 12 months, you probably buy Starbucks or whatever way more than that. But for me, it's been worth it just because it keeps me so organized and everything in one place that I don't feel scatterbrained, and I know that at the end of the day, I can look at my calendar, make sure that I've done everything I need to do, plot for the next day, and not have to worry about forgetting anything. Next on my list is Trello, which is, I want to say for all intents and purposes, is kind of like not necessarily a project management app, but it is a collaborative space, or it can be. Previously, I used to use this for blogging, but I since have transitioned into using it just for my creative space that is Mina-isms in whatever platform or capacity that I choose to use it. It is another brain dump space for me, so whether it's content ideas that I think up and then like flush out in the little, what they're called, cards, it keeps me organized for what I think of ideas for, what my thoughts are on it, and even if I'm not going to touch it, I can at least come back to it and review my brainstorm. I used to do this in the Notes app on my phone, but it was horrendous. Scrolling through it, there was no organization. I had like titles and then like bullet points, but you would have to scroll through the whole entire thing, and it just was kind of nonsense. But this allows me to not only flush it out and compartmentalize things into topics, but also to physically move things and feel like I'm physically organizing them. And I absolutely love that. It's just a quick place that I can throw things, whether it's on my phone, whether it's on my computer. It's compatible across both, and so I never feel like I'm without it should I need to just shoot off an idea. Now, last on my list are actually two apps, but shopping. I don't want to encourage anybody to overspend. Let me just start by saying that. But the Target and the Amazon app, unmatched. Amazon, you know, I already said I like lists, so I use the list feature, and it is amazing. Also good for creating a wish list and sharing it if family ever wants to know something that you want. It also helps me keep organized with things that I continuously buy on Amazon. So my health and beauty items like vitamins, skincare, anything like that, I don't have to go through and hunt through my orders for things that I previously purchased. It's already in my list app and I can just go repurchase them. I also keep a wish list for myself on there, whether it be organized by just wish lists, like general stuff that I can send to someone, or by just items that like I plan to buy in the future, like new books once I finish an old one, and stuff like that. So I absolutely love it. I also love the feature to save for later, because it also helps me keep organized when I am shopping. I do buy my vitamins on Amazon and use the HSA, FSA eligible feature and purchase things with my HSA bank card, but not everything can be purchased. So if I need to buy vitamins and then I also need to buy like a book, then I can check out with my vitamins, pay on my HSA, come back, hit my save for later, move it to the cart, and then purchase it with my bank account or whatever. So that is a nice feature. I definitely use Amazon to stay organized, just because I know without it, I would just have like 50 billion things sitting in the cart. Now next is my home away from home, Target. When I tell you the Target app is unmatched, it is almost just as mentally soothing as walking in the Target store. I already have the list in my reminders app for Target specifically because your girl is there all the time. But I also like to use the Target list app because it tells me not only if something is in stock at my particular Target, but where it is. A lot of the times, it is dangerous for me to browse the aisles of Target and just aimlessly walk around until I get to what I actually came there for. Half the time, I probably wouldn't even leave with what I was going there for in the first place. So if I know I can walk into the store, go to aisle D27, and get the item that I need to get, and I already know it's there before I even pull up to the Target, I'm golden. I use that to organize things I need to buy, things I usually buy. They have an essentials list that you can just keep of your usual items that you purchase and restock on. I also like the favorites list because then you can save stuff and wait till it goes on sale. I love the fact that you can scan stuff in store instead of going on the manhunt for the scanny thing on the on the end caps. And honestly, the Target app, I don't know who does Target's marketing, but apparently I'm their target market and someone deserves a raise. It's good. It's amazing. But specifically, I love knowing if something is in stock at a location. Sometimes it could be off, but majority of the time it is correct. And if I know that I need to go to Target for 3 things and the Target closest to me doesn't have all 3, but the other one does, then at least I've saved the time of showing up at one Target and leaving with only some of my items versus just making the better use of my time. And also not sitting at Target too long. And that is all I have. That is my top 5 favorite organizational apps currently, just helping me get my life together, helping me recover from the holiday, and just carrying me through 2023, because are we not all continuously just trying to get our lives together? If you have any organizational life hacks, tricks, tips, your girl is open to, improving her life. So please drop them in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.